Welcome to this space where we transform words into knowledge. Here we share summaries of stories that illuminate the path to personal and financial growth, valuable tools to discover the potential that lies within each of us. Today I invite you to a special journey through a classic work that has transformed lives, The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. Peale, a minister with a deep commitment to helping people, wrote this book with a simple but powerful intention: to show how faith, optimism, and practical principles can change not only our perspective, but also our destiny. Published in 1952, this work remains a beacon of hope for those seeking a life full of peace, energy, and satisfaction. Introduction: a promise of transformation. From the first pages, the author poses an essential question: why do we let problems defeat us? Often, we face life as if we were victims of circumstances, carrying worries and fears that end up dominating us. But what if we could take control? What if we could fill our minds with thoughts of peace and hope instead of doubt and despair? Peale assures us that this is possible. It is not an abstract idea, but a proven method that has helped thousands of people overcome defeat. The key, according to him, is in the transformative power of positive thinking. This book is not a set of theories. It is a practical guide for those who want to build a happier and more fulfilling life. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself is the first principle that Norman Vincent Peale invites us to adopt in The Power of Positive Thinking. Although it seems like a simple concept, this is one of the most difficult truths to put into practice. Self-confidence is essential, especially when we face challenges, criticism, or failures. Peale shows us that believing in our abilities is not a luxury, but a necessity to move forward in life. Peale shares the story of a businessman who, facing a crucial deal, found himself paralyzed by insecurity. "I'm done," he told him, reflecting years of self-criticism and fear of failure. Peale offered him simple but powerful advice. He wrote on a note card the phrase, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me," Philippians 4 verse 13, and asked him to repeat it every morning and night. Although the man was not religious, he decided to give it a try. The next day, his energy had changed. He faced the challenge with renewed confidence and managed to overcome the barrier that had previously paralyzed him. It was not a miracle, but the transformative power of a new mindset. The origin of our insecurities. Peale also explores how an inferiority complex can be born in childhood and shape our beliefs. He tells of a young employee who worked surrounded by colleagues with prestigious titles. Feeling that he was not up to par, he compensated for his insecurity by talking excessively, a habit that almost cost him his job. Over time, this young man learned to value his true strengths, letting go of the need to pretend. By gaining self-confidence, he became a respected professional for his authenticity. Lessons to apply in your life. The central lesson of this chapter is clear. What you think about yourself determines what you can achieve. The insecurities that hold us back often come from past experiences, but they don't have to define us. With consistent focus and the practice of positive affirmations, you can build a new perception of yourself. Here's an example. Daily exercise. Write a positive affirmation that motivates you, such as, "I am capable of facing any challenge with confidence." Repeat it at the beginning and end of your day. This practice, according to Peale, helps reprogram your mind toward a more positive view of yourself. Final thought. Imagine what your life would be like if you let go of self-doubt and trusted your abilities completely. What could you accomplish if you knew you were ready for any challenge? This chapter reminds us that change begins in our minds. Believe in yourself and watch your actions begin to reflect this new confidence. A serene mind generates power. Inner peace is not a luxury, it is a necessity, writes Norman Vincent Peale in The Power of Positive Thinking. In a world filled with stress, constant demands, and unexpected challenges, finding serenity can seem like an impossible task. However, Peale reminds us that a serene mind is not only desirable, but essential to leading a balanced and effective life. Imagine a calm lake at dawn, with waters so clear that they reflect the sky like a mirror. This is the symbol Peale uses to describe a peaceful mind. When we allow worries and stress to agitate our emotions, we lose clarity, purpose, and energy. But when we learn to find calm in the midst of chaos, we gain power, wisdom, and the ability to deal with problems effectively. The story of inner peace. Peale shares the experience of a man who, for months, suffered from insomnia due to the burden of his daily responsibilities and worries. Every night, he went to bed with his mind filled with chaotic thoughts, unable to rest. One day, he decided to change his approach. Before going to sleep, he began reading passages from the Bible in search of comfort. One night, he recited Psalm 23 aloud, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." To his surprise, he felt his tensions begin to dissipate, and a deep calm invaded him. That same night, he slept soundly for the first time in weeks. This simple habit transformed not only his nights, but also his attitude during the day. According to Peale, emptying the mind of toxic thoughts and filling it with words that inspire hope and faith is a powerful tool for cultivating serenity. How to generate inner peace. Peale suggests that serenity comes not from ignoring problems, but from facing them from a balanced state of mind. Here are some practices to help you achieve this. Daily rituals. Spend a few minutes before bed reading something that inspires and calms you. It doesn't have to be religious. It can be a poem, a motivational quote, or a text that uplifts your spirits. Meditation and conscious breathing. These practices help calm the mind and reduce anxiety. Even a few minutes a day can make a difference. Reflective gratitude. Before bed, list 3 things you're grateful for. This simple exercise takes your attention away from worries and focuses on the positive. Repeating affirmations. Phrases like, "I am calm," or "I am in control of my emotions," can help you reprogram your mind to a more serene state. Final reflection. Peale reminds us that finding serenity is like cleaning a window. When we remove the dirt of our worries and doubts, we can see the world more clearly. Inner peace not only allows us to sleep better, but it also gives us the power to face daily challenges with a renewed perspective. Imagine how your life would change if you started each day with a calm and purposeful mind. What could you accomplish if you freed yourself from emotional turbulence and connected with your source of serenity? Start today by creating a ritual that helps you find calm. Even a few minutes dedicated to inner peace can transform the way you live. Take control of your thoughts and discover the power that a calm mind can bring you. Fill your mind with images of success. The mind is a garden, and what you plant in it will grow, says Norman Vincent Peale in The Power of Positive Thinking. This principle underscores that the thoughts we feed determine our reality. If you fill your mind with images of success, you are cultivating success. But if you allow fears and doubts to take over, you are inevitably sowing seeds of failure. The sales agent story. Peale recounts the experience of a sales agent who found himself trapped in a cycle of negative thinking. Plagued by insecurities, this man anticipated rejection even before making his sales pitch. As a result, he unconsciously sabotaged his own opportunities. Following the author's advice, he decided to implement a simple but life-changing habit. He wrote positive affirmations on cards that he carried with him everywhere. One of his favorites was, "If you had faith as a mustard seed, nothing would be impossible for you." Every time he felt invaded by doubt, he repeated these phrases out loud. The result was astonishing. Not only did he dispel his thoughts of failure, but he also began to approach his work with renewed enthusiasm. In his own words, "The change began in my mind, but it ended up transforming my entire life." Reprogram your mind with affirmations. Peale reinforces this idea with another inspiring story. A salesman, struggling with insecurity, took a bold step. He placed cards with positive affirmations and Bible verses in his car. During his long drives, he repeated phrases like, "If God is with me, who can be against me?" This habit had a profound impact. Within a few weeks, his attitude changed dramatically. The confidence he developed not only improved his professional performance, but also transformed his outlook on life. With each affirmation repeated, he strengthened his resolve and built a new reality for himself. The key lesson. Peale teaches us that the power of our words and thoughts is immense. What we repeat in our minds, over and over, becomes our truth. If we hold on to negative thoughts, we limit ourselves. But if we replace them with positive affirmations, we create space for our minds to thrive. How to apply this principle? Write positive affirmations. Choose phrases that inspire you and boost your confidence. Write them on cards and place them in visible places like your desk, mirror, or car. Repeat these affirmations daily. Take a few minutes each morning and night to repeat your phrases out loud. Imagine your accomplishments. Visualize in detail what you want to achieve. By doing so, you are training your mind to look for opportunities that will bring you closer to your goals. Eliminate negative thoughts. Every time you detect a thought of doubt, immediately replace it with a positive affirmation. Final reflection. Your mind is a powerful tool, and what you sow in it determines what you will reap. As Peale says, what you repeat in your mind determines your reality. Imagine how your life would change if you filled your mind with images of success and confidence. What opportunities could you take advantage of? What boundaries could you break? Start today. Replace negative thoughts with positive affirmations, and watch that internal shift play out in every area of your life. Eliminate worry and make room for happiness. Norman Vincent Peale compares worry to a cloud that obscures our path. Not only does it rob us of peace, it also paralyzes us and prevents us from taking action. But how do we get rid of this burden? According to Peale, the key is a change of focus. Stop obsessing over what we can't control and focus on possible solutions and actions. Shifting focus. The power of letting go. Peale tells the story of a man who found a creative solution while on a boat trip. Every night, he would go to the stern of the boat and visualize himself throwing his worries into the ocean. I watched them disappear into the waves, he explained. This simple ritual allowed him to release himself emotionally and face daily challenges with greater clarity and serenity. Another inspiring story is that of a man trapped in a spiral of work stress. At the end of each day, he would close his eyes and imagine that he was carrying a heavy backpack that represented all of his worries. He would then visualize how he would put the backpack down on the ground and it would slowly disintegrate, leaving only a feeling of lightness. By practicing this exercise regularly, he found that he felt refreshed and more focused when facing his problems. Freeing the mind to achieve peace. Peale's message is clear. Inner peace will not come as long as we allow worries to dominate our minds. Worries don't fade away on their own. We must make the conscious decision to let them go. This process not only improves our mental clarity, but also opens up space for positive emotions like happiness and hope. How to practice letting go of worries. Create a daily ritual. Before you go to sleep, spend a few minutes imagining leaving your worries in a safe place, whether in the ocean, in a backpack, or in a locked box. Trust in time. Peale emphasizes the importance of believing that solutions will come in time. Worries, like clouds, eventually dissipate. Make a list of possible actions. Identify which aspects of your problem are within your control and take concrete steps, no matter how small. Practice gratitude. Instead of focusing on what's missing, reflect on what you have and what's working in your life. Final reflection. Worry is a burden we choose to carry or let go of. Peale reminds us that happiness and peace do not depend on the absence of problems, but on our ability to handle them with confidence and serenity. Imagine how your life would change if every night you consciously let go of your worries and woke up with a renewed mind. Make this decision today. Free your mind from unnecessary weight and make room for a fuller, happier life. As Peale states, the first step toward peace is choosing to let go of what weighs you down. Prayer as a source of transformation. Norman Vincent Peale presents prayer as much more than a religious act. It is a powerful tool to renew our mind and spirit. According to the author, prayer not only connects us with a higher power, but also allows us to release our fears and replace them with confidence and hope. Prayer as emotional relief. Peale shares a moving story of a man who, in the middle of the night, called him from the solitude of a hotel room. He was desperate, seeking peace in the midst of his anguish. Peale suggested that they pray together, even over the phone. The man, with heartbreaking sincerity, said, "Lord, I'm fed up. I don't know what to do. Please help me." Although his words were not elaborate or formal, they were deeply honest. When the call ended, the man experienced immediate relief, as if he had let go of an unbearable weight. This simple act demonstrated that prayer, when it comes from the heart, has the power to transform even the darkest moments. The transformative power of prayer. Peale emphasizes that the effectiveness of prayer lies not in elaborate words or specific formulas, but in its sincerity. You don't have to be an expert to pray. The only thing that matters is to open your heart and express your needs authentically. The author explains that prayer acts as a bridge, connecting us to a higher source of strength. This process helps us empty our minds of negative thoughts and fill it with faith and tranquility. Even in situations of uncertainty, prayer gives us clarity and strength to move forward. How to incorporate prayer into your life. Peale suggests simple practices to integrate prayer into your daily routine. Speak as if you were talking to a friend. Prayer doesn't have to be formal. Express yourself in your own words and share your concerns or thanks. Pause during the day. Spend a few minutes in silence to reflect and pray. This can be especially helpful during times of stress. Make it a nightly habit. Before you go to sleep, spend time being thankful for the good of the day and ask for guidance for what's ahead. Final thought. Prayer doesn't have to be perfect, Peale says. It just needs to be honest and come from the heart. This act, though simple, can change our perspective and give us the strength to face any challenge. Imagine what your life would be like if, instead of carrying your worries around, you handed them over through prayer. As Peale reminds us, no matter where you are or what your circumstances, prayer is always available as a powerful resource to transform your life. Find power in silence. In an age filled with noise, distractions, and a constant demand for attention, silence becomes a powerful refuge. Norman Vincent Peale invites us to take a few minutes a day to disconnect from the chaos and enter a state of mental stillness. This simple habit not only calms the mind, but also opens up space to reflect and generate new ideas. Silence as a tool for serenity. Peale tells the story of a businessman whose life seemed to be governed by a frenetic schedule. Despite the chaos that surrounded him, this man set aside a moment each morning to retreat to a quiet corner of his office. He would close his eyes, breathe deeply, and imagine how the sounds of the city gradually disappeared. Although it only took him 10 minutes, this ritual became his secret weapon to face the most challenging days with serenity and clarity. Silence is not empty, explains Peale. It is the space where we can find the clarity we so desperately need. In those moments of calm, we are able to disconnect from external worries and connect with our inner selves, which gives us a new perspective to face daily challenges. Connecting with nature. Peale shares a personal experience during a retreat in Hawaii. Gazing out at the ocean, with the clear sky and the sound of the wind as his only companion, he experienced an indescribable peace. Although he knew that responsibilities would await him upon his return, that moment of serenity gave him the strength to face them with a renewed attitude. The scene he describes, the murmur of the water and the gentleness of the wind, is a reminder that peace is within everyone's reach. It is not necessary to travel far. We can find it in the nature that surrounds us or even in the silence of our own home. How to integrate the power of silence into your day. Peale offers us some practical strategies to incorporate silence as a daily habit. Create a quiet space. Find a place in your home, office, or even outdoors where you can be silent for a few minutes each day. Practice deep breathing. Take time to inhale slowly, hold the air for a few seconds, and exhale calmly. This helps reduce stress and center you. Use visualization. Imagine a serene landscape or a place that makes you feel calm. This exercise can help you disconnect from your worries. Establish a morning ritual. Start each day with a few minutes of silence. This habit can mentally prepare you to face any challenge with a positive attitude. Final reflection. Silence is a refuge for the soul, says Peale. It is a reminder that, although the world can be chaotic, we can always find calm within ourselves. In those moments of stillness, we discover the clarity and strength necessary to face our responsibilities and enjoy life more fully. Imagine how your life would change if you took a few minutes a day to find peace in silence. As Peale suggests, peace is not a luxury reserved for a few, it is available to all of us. We just need to stop and look for it. The power of positive words. Words have a power that transcends what we imagine. Norman Vincent Peale asserts that what we say influences not only our attitude, but also the way we relate to the world and those around us. Speaking in positive terms can transform both our internal perspective and our external opportunities. Words shape our reality. Peale emphasizes that positive language has a direct impact on our mind and body. In one of the cases he relates, a man with chronic insomnia decided to change his nightly habit of complaining for an optimistic affirmation: "Tomorrow will be a wonderful day." Although at first this change seemed insignificant to him, over time he began to notice how his nights were filled with rest and his mornings with renewed energy. This example demonstrates that words are not just sounds, they are tools that can shape our reality. By consciously choosing positive language, we create an atmosphere that fosters calm, hope, and constructive action. Words as emotional anchors. Peale describes the story of a man who always carried cards with inspirational quotes on them. During the day, when he faced moments of stress or uncertainty, he would pull out a card and read aloud phrases like, "Let nothing disturb you. Let nothing alarm you. Everything passes except God." These words acted as an emotional anchor, helping him regain serenity and maintain balance even in difficult situations. The author encourages us to integrate this practice into our lives. Carrying inspirational quotes with you and repeating them to yourself throughout the day can be a simple but powerful reminder that change begins from within. Language as a tool for connection. Peale also reflects on the impact of our words on others. Are we inspiring the people around us, or are we discouraging them with our words? Changing the tone of our conversations not only improves our relationships, but also creates a more positive and constructive environment. For example, when facing a problem at work, you might choose an optimistic approach like, "How can we solve this together?" instead of focusing on blame or criticism. This small shift in focus has the power to transform a conflict into an opportunity for collaboration. Practical strategies for using positive words. Replace complaints with affirmations. When you feel tempted to complain, try saying something positive about the situation. Use inspirational quote cards. Write them down and carry them with you. Read them in moments of doubt or stress to find strength. Practice optimism in your conversations. Replace phrases like, "This is impossible," with, "What can I do to make this situation better?" Create a morning ritual. Start each day with an encouraging phrase, like, "Today will be a day full of possibilities." Final thought. Peale reminds us that the words we use every day not only influence how we feel, but also how we inspire those around us. Every conversation is an opportunity to sow hope, strength, and optimism, both in our lives and in the lives of others. Imagine what your day would be like if every word you said reflected confidence and determination. As the author says, speaking optimistically not only changes our reality, it also sows hope in those who listen to us. What words will you choose today to transform your life? Make a list of blessings. When life overwhelms us with challenges, Norman Vincent Peale proposes a simple but transformative tool, making a list of blessings. This exercise, although simple, has the power to change our perspective by focusing on what we have instead of what we lack. Shifting the focus to gratitude. Peale reminds us that the mind tends to amplify what we focus on. If we constantly think about our losses or problems, they will seem insurmountable. But by shifting our focus to blessings, we find a new source of strength and hope. The author tells the story of a man who believed he had lost everything. He felt finished and hopeless. However, when Peale asked him to write a list of everything positive in his life, something surprising happened. Upon reflection, this man discovered that he still had plenty of reasons to be thankful: his family, his health, the friendship of close people, and his ability to work. This simple exercise not only helped him change his perspective, but it gave him back the confidence to rebuild his life. Gratitude as a catalyst for change. The act of listing our blessings not only helps us identify what we have, but it also acts as a reminder of our ability to overcome challenges. When we focus on the positive, our energy is directed towards solutions and possibilities, rather than obstacles. Peale shares that gratitude has a cumulative effect. The more aware we are of our blessings, the more reasons we find to be grateful. It's a habit that, over time, changes the way we see the world. Practical strategy: your blessing list. Spend a few minutes each day. Before you go to bed or when you wake up, write down 3 things you're grateful for. These can be big accomplishments or small joys, like a delicious meal or a meaningful conversation. Include what you take for granted. We often overlook blessings like our health, a warm home, or the support of a friend. Recognizing these things can be eye-opening. Revisit your list during difficult times. When you face challenges, rereading your list will remind you of what you have and give you strength to keep going. Final reflection. Peale invites us to remember that there is always something we can be grateful for, no matter the circumstances. This simple act of writing down our blessings not only calms our mind, but also strengthens our spirit. Imagine how your day would change if you started each morning remembering your blessings. As Peale says, gratitude not only transforms our perspective, it also opens the door to new opportunities and possibilities. What blessings will you recognize today? Conclusion. A call to transformation. The power of positive thinking is not just a book. It is a manual to transform your life from the inside out. Norman Vincent Peale shows us that change begins in our minds and is reflected in every aspect of our reality. Believing in ourselves, cultivating inner peace, speaking optimistically, relying on prayer, and practicing gratitude are powerful tools that we can all incorporate. The impact of positive thinking. Peale teaches us that obstacles are not insurmountable walls, but rather stepping stones to our personal growth. Changing our way of thinking doesn't mean ignoring difficulties, but rather approaching them with a renewed perspective, focusing on solutions and opportunities. Imagine a life where stress doesn't dominate you, where worries don't overshadow your day, and where every challenge is an opportunity to demonstrate your strength. That life isn't a distant dream. It's something you can build with conscious decisions and daily habits. Small steps for big changes. Transformation doesn't happen overnight, but it starts with a single step. Here are some practical actions you can take today. Believe in yourself. Write a positive affirmation and repeat it every morning. For example, I have the strength to overcome any challenge. Find moments of peace. Take 5 minutes a day to sit in silence, breathe deeply, and release tension. Speak optimistically. Watch your language and replace negative expressions with encouraging words. Practice gratitude. Make a list of 3 things you're grateful for every night. Connect with something bigger. Take a moment to pray, meditate, or reflect on your values and purpose. Final reflection. Peale leaves us with a life-changing truth. Change is not in the hands of others or external circumstances. The power to transform your life is in your own hands. By adopting a positive mindset, you will not only change the way you think, but you will also transform your relationships, your opportunities, and ultimately, your destiny. A call to action. I invite you to reflect on the ideas in this book and take the first step toward a fuller, more meaningful life. What positive habit will you start practicing today? If this content inspired you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and share your thoughts in the comments. Together, we can create a community dedicated to personal growth and discovering our greatest potential. Remember, every little change counts. See you in the next video.